What is up, YouTube? What's up, Giants fans? It is your boy J Dimes, and we are back at it with another New York Giants video. Back at it with another New York Giants banger. And if you're not done so yet, make sure you go ahead and leave a like, make sure you go ahead and comment, and make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the channel. I also want to say thank you to everyone who's been hitting the subscribe button, all the new, subscribers, and everyone who's been tuning into every video and commenting. I really love when we get active in the comment section, and I love it. So I really just want to say I appreciate all you boys. Appreciate everyone's been hitting the subscribe button. Everyone's been tuning into all the videos. So much news going around the NFL. So I really do appreciate y'all. But in this video, we need to talk about what are the Giants going to do in the first round of the NFL draft. Are the Giants going to go wide receiver? Are the Giants going to go corner, interior offensive line? In this video, we're going to talk about it. Now, I posted a poll on Twitter, and about 625 people voted on that poll. And right now, it's 40% tied with wide receiver and corner, both at 40%. Now, the position that I put in the poll was wide receiver, cornerback, interior offensive line, and linebacker. And wide receiver and corner are tied. In my opinion, I think the Giants need to go and draft a wide receiver in the first round. Now, it depends. If those guys that they want or guys that are high on their board are there, then I think the Giants will take a wide receiver. But if they don't see the guy that they like, the guy that, they like is gone and not on the board, then I think they're going to go corner. But I want to give you reasons on why I think the Giants should go with a wide receiver. First, I know the Giants went out and made some additions to this offense. Traded for Darren Waller. Love that trade. Signed Paris Campbell. Love that signing. They also, signed Jet Smith, but that's mostly a special teams type of signing. The Giants still need a wide receiver. The Giants, when we're talking about free agency, it's kind of done with the wide receivers. I don't think the Giants are going to sign another wide receiver, and I'm not sure they're going to even trade for a wide receiver. I'm not sure what OBJ is looking like. I don't know if we're going to get OBJ. And I'm looking at this draft. I'm looking at 4 guys. I'm looking at Jordan Addison, wide receiver out of USC. I'm looking at Quetin, Johnston, wide receiver out of TCU. I'm looking at Jaxon, Smith-Njigba out of the Ohio State. And I'm looking at Zay Flowers out of Boston College. If those 4 guys, any of those 4 guys are on the board at 25, I need one of them to be a Giant. I want one of them to be a Giant. I'm looking at this wide receiving room, and it kind of compares to the Baltimore Ravens. Look at how their offense is constructed. You have running backs in the backfield. The Giants have Saquon Barkley. You have a stud tight end that's basically your primary target. They have Mark Andrews. We just acquired Darren Waller, a couple of days ago. Then you look at the wide receivers, it consists of, they don't really have a wide receiver 1. They have a lot of, wide receiver 2 guys, a lot of slot guys. And that's basically what the Giants have. I think that's a perfect comparison. And the Ravens, for years, the Ravens fans have wanted them to go make a move for a number 1 wide receiver. They wanted them to draft a wide receiver. They take Rashad Bateman has dealt with injuries, and they still could end up taking a wide receiver in this year's draft. And that's why I look at the Giants and I say, I don't want that type of situation. I want the Giants to go out and go get one of those guys. If the guy that's high on their board is there, take him. Take him. I'm looking at this wide receiver room and I'm saying, we brought back Darius Slayton. We brought back Sterling Shepard. We have Wan'Dale Robinson. We have Isaiah Hodgins. Got Colin Johnston. The real primary addition to this offense, wide receiver-wise, is Paris Campbell. That's really the only addition. Darius Slayton was already here. Sterling Shepard already here. And 3 of those guys are coming off of season-ending injuries. Wan'Dale Robinson got injured, in November, so we don't know when he's going to be back. And he was a rookie, so, it might take him time to get back. It's a game shape, get acclimated back to the game, still learning some things. And as a second-year player coming off that type of injury, even though I like Wan'Dale Robinson, Sterling Shepard, he's not even a luck to be on the roster. I think a part of his deal is if he makes the team, before the start of the season. So I don't know if he's going to be here 100%, even though I think he is. I think Sterling Shepard's going to be here. And you got Colin Johnston, who got, injured in training camp, who tore his Achilles in training camp. So those are 3 wide receivers that are coming off of season-ending injuries. You got Hodgins, you got Slayton, you got Campbell. Campbell dealt with injuries before 2022. I love the signing. I think he's going to be great for us. I really do. Love the signing, but he dealt with injuries before 2022. Darius Slayton is back. I don't see Darius Slayton being, a wide receiver 2, wide receiver 1, even though I love that he is back. He, has the big play threat, the big play ability, rapport with Daniel Jones. I love that. Isaiah Hodgins. I love Isaiah Hodgins. I love him. Reliable, catches almost everything that's thrown to him, good catch percentage, touchdown machine. I think in that stretch, he had 4 touchdowns in 5-6 games. I love Isaiah Hodgins. But outside of that, what do the Giants really have? Now, corner, I love it. I think that, this cornerback draft class is filled with talent. It is filled with talent. And I think the Giants are going to end up taking a cornerback in the first 3 rounds. I really do. Could be second, could be first. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of talented cornerbacks. And they also, it seems like they are not going to end up extending Adoree Jackson. I think that was a move that the Giants should have made. I think that's kind of, if there was any move that I think isn't good for the Giants offseason, Joe Shane, it's not extending Adoree Jackson. Not lowering his cap hit and extending him out a couple of years. I think Adoree Jackson is a solid cornerback 1. He showed that last year. Hell, he locked up Justin Jefferson in the wild card round. Let's show some respect to Adoree Jackson. So I really do see the Giants taking a corner. I could see us taking a corner first round. I'll be fine with it. If none of those, top 4 guys, Jaxon Smith-Njigba, Zay Flowers, Quetin Johnston, Jordan Addison is not there, or any guy that you want isn't there in the wide receiver room, you got to go ahead and take a corner. Go ahead, take a corner. It's flooded with talent. Deonte Banks, Emmanuel Forbes, Kaylee Ringo, Joey Porter Jr., filled with corners. Filled. But the dark horse also is interior offensive line. Interior offensive line is the dark horse pick for the New York Giants at pick 25. And my number 1 guy, we got O'Cyrus Torrence. I could definitely see us taking O'Cyrus Torrence. Would not mind seeing O'Cyrus Torrence lined up near Evan Neal, because that is some good run blocking right there. That's a lot of hogs over there. It's a lot of thickness over there, all right? 2 C's on the thickness. It's John Michael Schmitz, John Michael Schmitz, center out of Minnesota, would be a safe pick. It's probably the safest pick the Giants could make at pick 25. And if he was to even touch the second round, I said this on Twitter the other day, if John Michael Schmitz touches the second round, I am trading up for him. I am. The Giants have not made any interior offensive line moves yet in free agency. I'm not sure if any move they're going to make is really going to be a starter type of guy at this point. Really all the starter type guys are kind of gone. You still got Addison, the Philadelphia Eagle free agent, the guard. I don't really want him. He played near a whole bunch of Pro Bowl type of guys. I really don't want him. And I think a lot of NFL teams see that and don't want him either. So I could see us taking a guard. I could see us taking a center, O'Cyrus Torrence, John Michael Schmitz at pick 25. But as of right now, I want the New York Giants to take a wide receiver. Now, if any of the guys that they want are gone off the board, I don't see us trading up for a guy. We already just, took a draft pick and traded one for Darren Waller. And they did bring in Paris Campbell. I don't think the Giants are in a, they're not in a position where they got to trade up for a guy. But if a guy like Quentin Johnston falls to 25, if a guy like Jordan Addison falls to 25, I need them to be a Giant. I love Jordan Addison. I think he is the guy that, can make a quick impact. I feel like he could be a guy you could throw at wide receiver 1. He's a fluid route runner. Quentin Johnston, you're talking about a demigod at wide receiver, a 6'2", 200-pound guy, but has speed, has ground-breaking speed. I love it. Jaxon Smith-Njigba. If we're talking about a guy that was the most productive when on the field, it's Jaxon Smith-Njigba. This guy had a 1,600-yard season, I think. It was like a 1,300 yards to 600-yard season in 2021 with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, sharing the wide receiver, snaps with him. That's insane. Garrett Wilson is the rookie of the year. Chris Olave had a great rookie season for New Orleans. But Jaxon Smith-Njigba, when they were all on the field, he was the best wide receiver. Zay Flowers, we're talking about a guy that is quick, elite after the catch, can separate, is exactly what the Giants are looking for in a wide receiver. If any of the 4 of those guys are at 25, I need them to be Giants. So right now, my pick, my guy that I want at 25 right now over everybody is Jordan Addison, wide receiver out of USC. But leave down below in the comment section your thoughts. Do the Giants take a wide receiver or do the Giants take a cornerback? Which position do you think the Giants are going to end up taking as of right now after free agency, after all of the big moves Giants made are kind of done? They do have a Sean Robinson coming in for a visit on Monday. I think that would be a great, run-stopping depth signing. Him, Jihad Ward, Nacho. I love it. I see the vision, Joe Shane. But leave down below in the comments, what position do you think the Giants are going to go with as of right now after free agency at pick 25? Wide receiver, cornerback, interior offensive line. Hell, they might even take a linebacker to pair up with Okereke. We got his name right. All the Giants fans got his name right. It's Okereke. But that's really it. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like, go ahead and comment, and go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And go vote on the poll. It's on Twitter. Go ahead. It's even right now with cornerback and wide receiver. Go ahead, vote on that. But again, until then, it's been your boy Jay Dimes, and we are out. Go!